gon' leave me alone. When you fly, though, you ain't gotta lie, no. That's why you calling my phone, and you wanted me to get it. You wanted me.
I'm not gonna have a girl pay half my rent, half my mortgage, half my car payment, half the food bills. If my wife works, that's all her money. She doesn't have to pay, she doesn't have to contribute anything. Now again, there's a lot of men out there going, screw that. Well listen, you're just not traditional, you're just not old-fashioned like I am. That's all. There's no big problem with that. You can be you and I can be me. If you mean that I am old-fashioned and traditional and I think, you know, the man of the house, should provide for the house and the people in it, I do.
Hey, bro, we got another one, bro. Another girl? Yeah. A new one? Yeah. She gonna do me like the last girl did me? Most likely. But you still wanna do this? Yeah.
Imagine if I listen what I hate, I gotta say. I never give a broke bitch any time of day. You ugly when you jealous, bitch. Look at that face. I'm hot right now when you're not, okay? You big man, or you big man. Got a big bag, popping big tags. All white Rover, yeah, with that.
Are we ready? The graphics up? Are we sure about the thumbnail? Let's get it. What's going on, everyone? This is Star. Welcome to the channel and happy Friday. How was your week? My week was amazing and productive, but let's get into these topics. Needless to say, it's a lot going on with the Tyree Nichols case. According to rumors, Tyree was dating one of the cop's baby mothers. Yikes. I think it's safe to say the cop got way too emotional and unalived that young man out of rage. Men and women get emotional during breakups. I had a situation where I had a breakup, and after that breakup, the guy would park his car in front of my home after midnight and just sit there for hours. And of course, my neighbors let me know. Shout out to my nosy ass neighbors. I never confronted my ex about him stalking me. I just gave his address to the men of my family and I let them deal with it because I'm not about to fight a man. Are you crazy? I know I'm crazy, but I ain't that crazy. Some men really lose their minds after a breakup, like that cop did. He actually thought he was going to get away with that. He actually thought he had the same privileges as the white cops. And did you hear a white cop was present and he actually tased Tyree? But they didn't arrest him. There go that privilege again. Some people think that once they start working with white people and hanging out with white people, they're all the same. No, you're not all the same. You're still black. You could be driving in a Aventador, living in $1 million neighborhood, and guess what? You still just a black man living in America. And some people don't get that. They think once they got the money, they made it. Now everything is even. It's still not even. It's sad what's going on in America because what you have is black women and black men fighting each other. But that black man, he won't go against white supremacy because that's too much of a hard fight. What's easier? Fighting black women. And is it going to change anytime soon? Nope. Did you see Jason Whitlock blame single black mothers for what happened to Tyree? All he did was expose black men for never taking accountability. Ever. And that's not a good look. I mean, I understand why Jason Whitlock is mad. Imagine if you in LA working and your competition is Shannon Sharp. One thing about Jason, he's going to take his tap shoes to every interview. These black men are angry at their mothers for sacrificing for them. Hello, she kept a roof over your head. No need to beat a dead horse. Let's move on.
And then like but at the same time I don't know, because then sometimes it's like I like, you know, like you go man.
You know, when I think of polygamy, I think of a man having multiple women. I never think of a woman having multiple men, but it's happening. Men and women have a right to live the lifestyle that they want to live. They have a right to share their experiences with us. But you do not have a right to push your lifestyle on me. Some of these black men, they're really angry with women because women have found a way to capitalize off their own bodies. And men don't like that. They want control of that. Men claim that they hate hoes. They love hoes. Anywhere they go, they spot the hoe. They're attracted to the expensive weave and the Gucci from head to toe. They like that shit. They want to take her home. Men love the city girls. The city girl type, that is. They love them. They love them more than the pygmies. I mean, because if they really didn't like the city girl type, they wouldn't talk about them at all. People want what they can't have. That's human nature. While the pygmy is being cooperative and being sweet and kind and loving and supportive, the men are still focused on the city girls. You know, when it comes to polygamy, I don't even understand why men promote it. I mean, they don't even want to take care of the women that get pregnant, nor the children. So how you going to take care of 2, 3, 4, 5 women? It makes no sense. Let's be logical. Every time I look up, I hear a story about a man unaliving his girlfriend because he didn't want the baby. This is a problem, and are men going to address it? No, they're not. Men love fighting black women because they know they can't do it with white people. Now go ahead and take the views off this too for me telling the truth, but just know this. The truth always prevails. Remember that. Now let's move on. Now let's talk about the rapper Lotto. She was auctioning off her panties on eBay and the bid went up to $100,000. It's still a whole lot of simps out here. What's going on, dating coaches? I would like to apologize to all the women that are out here getting bust down for a frappuccino and a cake pop. If the rapper Lotto can get a man to pay 6 figures for her used leopard underwear from Target, you can get a man to buy you dinner. Stop cheating yourself, ladies. If a man is really interested in you, he's going to take you out on a real date. That's unless you're going out with OCHO, CINCO. And that's who we're going to talk about next. Roll the clip.
You know, I'm at McDonald's. We had to drive through.
Huh?
Yeah.
You did that?
Yes.
And she was cool with that?
Man.
I want to make enough money I can fly
Private?
Yeah.
Shh. I ain't flying private. Spirit. Put me on Spirit. Exit row. Window seat. That's all I need. As long as I get from point A to point B. I don't need private. Athletes more so. If you can get to a point in your career where your name becomes bigger than anything you can purchase, there's your value. Wow. My name itself, Ocho Cinco at one point, even still to this day, is bigger than, why am I driving a Ferrari? Why am I driving a Rolls Royce and I'm Ocho? Oh, we talk about jewelry and watches and chains. Never bought real anything when I was playing. Never. What was the point? I went to Claire's.
So all you do?
Yes, for what? What am I doing it for? The women don't deal with you anyway because of who you are.
Right.
And then the other women who really doing their homework, don't Google how much you're making already.
Right.
Why am I buying a $50,000 watch, $80,000 watch? What time is it real quick, please?
It's 28 minutes to 4.
How much that cost me?
It costs you nothing.
Because time is free. So what I'm paying for?
Right.
For what? I'm Ocho. What's the point?
Right.
There's nothing I can buy that's bigger than my name alone. So it made no sense. But everybody's caught up in image and looking a certain way and being rich. It's me. It's pointless. You know how hard it is to live like that all the time, consistently, and be fly every day?
Yeah.
Jewelry and listen, eras of rappers. Think about the era before us.
Right.
Everybody was flashy, stunned, and after 10 years, what happens?
Ain't flashy than stuff.
Oh, you can't. It's impossible to sustain. Right. It's impossible. People, social media. Well, if I spin this bag, I'm gonna just go make it back. It ain't like you think.
No.
And people, they think the cure and the fix for the problem is, well, give me more money, I'm gonna be all right. But the more you make, the more you spend.
Right.
If you have no discipline and no structure.
Yes, absolutely.
Every time.
Yes.
As the saying goes, we buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like. Ocho Cinco learned that lesson at a very young age, and he saved a lot of money because of it. He always talked about how he lived on his endorsement money and never touched his football money. So to all the ladies who was wondering why his fiance would go to McDonald's with him on the first date, it's because he's Ocho Cinco, and he wasn't an average guy refusing to take her to dinner. That's why she went to McDonald's. But Ocho Cinco's girlfriend is no slouch. She's a broker, she runs her own real estate office, and she has a show on Netflix called Selling Tampa. Okay, the last topic of the night is the Passport Bros. They've been getting a lot of media attention, and what I'm about to play for you is a clip of a young lady giving her take. Go ahead and roll the clip.
they are not going to want to date a passport bro that does not have a lot of money. Wealthy women in developing nations are what we call crazy uber rich. They are so well off that you could not even compare. Your dinky life in America would be a massive downgrade. So when people are saying, oh, these countries have a high standard of living, the wealthy folks in those countries, such as my motherland, China, for instance, is a wonderfully nice place to live. If you have education, if you have the means. My cousin in China lives extremely well, better than most people I know in America. So people who have it made in their home countries have it made. They are not interested in dating a passport bro who literally is unable to afford his life in America and is going to a developing nation just to take advantage of currency arbitrage. Wealthy, successful women with means that come from good families with a lot of money do not want to date you. So then what happens? What happens is the passport bros self-select. And so when I'm saying they're going after destitute women in destitute countries, what I'm saying is they're going to developing nations, to the women who are coming from not having means. And with the women don't have means, then all of a sudden the green card looks kind of interesting. For the women with means, the green card is nothing. They're not interested. They have a better quality of life staying home. So again, you must understand that women who are doing well in their developing nations do not want you there. They don't want you there. They don't want you to harass their less fortunate sisters, and nobody is excited about meeting somebody who literally said, I cannot make it in this country. And even the ones that can make it in this country, the ones that are really, really well off and can't seem to find a good woman out of a 330 million population, those people tend to have, even if they have a lot of money, tend to have massive personality flaws, massive personality character flaws. I know, because I've dated quite a few wealthy people, and I'm like, oh, like I would not put up with this shit for any amount of money. So again, they have to go to areas and locations where people are willing to deal with it. So it is exactly what the passport bros want. And it is an exchange of a quid pro quo. It is, I have something you want. It's either money or a green card or immigration. And you have something I want, which is sex, good looks, ability to clean my house and cook for me. Just tell it as it is, guys.
I think the passport bros need to hire a PR ASAP.
You know what's so sad about the passport bros? They actually think it's a flex to lay down with a woman for $5, for a bucket of chicken, for a box of egg rolls. It is nothing high value about busting down the chick for a couple of dollars. What it shows is you're desperate. I'm Star. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I want you guys to be safe. Good night.